how to build and furnish a house. Here we go.
Yeah, as a shout out to the Life by You devs, I appreciate it. I don't have to actually watch anything we did. I appreciate the dialogue with the community. It's very important. And I do think delaying the game, obviously if they need to, is important. So that's good. I'm very excited for this video though, because it's like 30 minutes. They're going building and furnishing a house. So I'm keen to see this.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
I want to see them furnish. Let's go.
And welcome. It's Rocio, Community Manager at Paradox.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this week I want to walk you through some more build stuff.
Okay.
I know before we showed you a bit of a preview with some of our old UI, but we're making changes and we're revamping a lot of it. So I wanted to walk you through some of those changes as well as some stuff you haven't
The
seen.
lighting looks nice.
Now, I
Wish you could do that in
it a
Sims
little bit
4
later
instead
in
of
the
like
day.
the
That would be
4
nice.
Yeah.
And
True.
like you might remember from the last time, the first step is to make the shape of your house.
Got
Last time I drew it out and it was kind of funky, so let me just go ahead and build a standard square house.
Okay.
And a quick note up top, we are currently working through some of the build mode features right now, so you'll see me pausing, I'm taking notes, I'm playing through just like you would trying to build a house, so bear with me. And
The UI is different. It's got more.
Yes.
It's like a lot of purple on it.
Also, it's on the bottom now. It wasn't the bottom before, was it? They got these
think
little
so.
swatches and stuff.
I don't remember.
But assuming it's a Paradox game, mods will be pretty simple. So I feel like that would be a mod.
There's just something weird about it. I mean, it doesn't look like ugly, but
Lighter.
it's just like, I don't know. It could be better.
Yeah. Yeah.
and bear with all of the fast forwarding while I make really bad design choices. Here you can see that
Okay, you
I'm
don't have
trying
to
to pick out the
apologize.
flooring for the house. I do settle on wood.
That's what they do,
Well,
James.
actually,
Get the pattern.
Speaking
at
of the
a place
UI,
where
why
I
does
think it
each
will really
thumbnail have like a
shine in house
sheen
that's
over
this
it?
big. Once I start to set
Mm.
up the rooms, you'll see that it
Huh.
actually is quite spacious.
That's a
And
good
I
Seems
point.
am adjusting
unnecessary.
the color a little
Kinda
bit.
seems
because
like
I want it to be a bit
old web
brighter.
design from,
You
like,
can always add
2010.
it as a preset. You can put
Yeah.
in your own hex code if you have
Don't
a
think we
specific
need that.
color in mind, and you can pick from existing.
Do you like all the
presets
color
as
choices?
well.
And the scaling thing
And
is
down
kind of
Yeah,
cool.
the scaling is really
Yeah.
cool.
Colors.
That's
this
neat.
includes colors that you've saved previously, so you might recognize some of these from old videos. Another familiar feature is the ability to move your house. You can rotate it, you can raise it, and you can lower it. I'm not going to do any of these
That's
right
good.
now, but I just kind
I
of.
mean, yeah, that's all kind of stuff we've seen before with Sims,
Let's
so
go ahead
it's
and
good that they
actually
have
make
it.
ourselves a room. We go to the
Okay.
floor plan tools, and here you can see you can add boxes to extend your floor plan, create more walls. You can actually reduce your floor plan, but what we really want right now is to add interior rooms. You
I'm
can
surprised
still
they haven't
relocate
done
your
this,
house, as
this
mentioned,
the
and you
curved
can have base
walls,
walls, but
because that's like
again,
what
we
power
wanna-
lines is like showing off a lot of.
Let me go ahead and draw out.
I'm
They have-
confused.
they-
This is a
So they have
20
interior
Walls?
rooms. They have
Yeah.
so they have like a wall tool, but then they have an interior room tool.
They kind of have that in The Sims.
Yeah.
You can just kind of build a room.
I mean, not
Well, it's not. It's
different.
not like a separate button though.
Yeah, so I don't know if
Oh.
you remember from the first one. I don't know if you were in that part of the video when we were watching it, Sasha.
Maybe not.
But it's like you build the exterior and then the interior is kind of separate, and like the whole exterior is like
Ah.
one kind of thing. It's kind of weird.
yeah.
But I mean, it might.
Oh,
Do you kind of have to know what
Oh.
it's gonna look like all the
And the-
rooms?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's hard to change. I think it's just a different way of thinking about how to build. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I feel like I'd need hands-on with it to, properly work it out and get used to it.
Yeah.
it feels a little unnecessary. I mean, couldn't you just use the same wall tool for everything?
Maybe, but I'm gonna guess at least under the hood, what they're probably doing is because it's open world. It's easy to be like, oh, that's an exterior wall, so let's
Yeah.
not show anything
That's
beyond
exactly
that wall.
what James is thinking about. Yeah,
Oh.
for sure.
So I think it's a similar idea to what the Sims 4 did. Sims 4 has a lot of bugs with it. Like, you know how when you build a fence in a room and then the roof comes inside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't I know?
I think that's like that. Yeah, that's like a bug that I
Oh.
don't think this would have because of the
there
way
are
they're
different
doing it.
walls. There's interior and exterior
Oh,
walls.
Yeah.
okay.
So,
Right.
because Sims 4 has I like the way Sims 4 does it, but it is buggy sometimes.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So-
Okay, that makes sense.
So I think it makes sense. I think it would probably, I need to play with it to see what it's like.
Yeah, it is something you probably have to get used to, but yeah, like having to kind of know what the whole layout is going to look before you start building the interior walls, I guess could be kind of difficult. But
It depends.
you
I
can
guess it
always
depends how
change
easy it is to adjust it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to
if it's easy to
extend
adjust.
something out, move it back in if you need to. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I want to see them like pick up an interior room and like try to move it around. If
Oh,
that's
like,
possible.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we can do that.
I mean, there's a little
Leave
move. There's a
this area
move
here for a
tool.
door.
True. Yeah,
And
you're
I
right.
So-
stopped from a quick
maybe.
build break so that I could take some notes on my process. Again, we're trying to make sure that build mode feels and
The grid is also a
plays
lot
well.
smaller, like when she moves the mouse around. Like, you can definitely build in a lot more places.
Builders in the community, please let us know what you think in the comments, and also don't
James.
judge me too harshly on this build. So
Oh,
here
I'm
I'm
judging,
drawing
not
the walls.
Yeah, see, look, you can do like sort of
Yeah.
all these kind of angles.
Yeah, that's good.
Living
So-
room, kitchen area, pretty open and spacious.
I don't know
in
if
case,
they've confirmed curved
whoever
walls or
lives
not,
here
but
needs room for
you can definitely do
activities.
angles. So.
And I know last time
Oh,
the
so you
house
could make it
was
like a
kind of
curvy wall.
uninhabitable, but my goal here is to make it at least somewhat habitable. And let's start by adding doors.
Right.
And on the left, you'll see that we have
Alright.
icons for each of our different menu options here, including furniture, doors, windows, roofs, stairs, fences, and decorations, including boxes, window dressings, and roof flares. Which
Boxes.
What's a
Yeah.
box?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
we're like,
Like crates?
boxes.
From there,
Like
you
a
have
barrel.
your outdoor options like
I don't know.
plants and tiling, and your
I mean, maybe it's
demolished
like a
Demolish.
solid wall piece.
Now let's actually add.
Oh, that
Oh,
actually
like-
might be kind of
like
cool.
Like Minecraft kinda building?
One for the bedroom, one for the bath.
Yeah. So you know, like
Yeah.
it seems you do like a
Kind of
1x1
placing them
room
where
to do like a
they
column. Maybe
make
it's
the
that.
most
I don't know.
sense, but I can always move it later.
That would
if
actually
I
be
want
kind of
to.
cool, though.
And for the front
Yeah.
door, let's go ahead and pick this out. I'll fix it up later. I think right now, let's make sure the house is actually where
Dang,
I
this
want
house is
Here we
looking
go.
good.
Here's the whole lot.
know
Let's
where my
go.
front
That's
door is.
cool.
I think I'm going to
Yeah, that is
this
cool.
flush to this.
Yeah, that is
Imagine,
nice.
oh God.
I'm
I'm like,
going to go
I'm gonna
ahead and
in Life by
actually
You
move
place my
the
houses like
house
Sims, just slightly away from the pathway. That's not
house
connected.
back a little bit just so that I have room
So
for a
annoying.
nice cobblestone.
That's so cool that
entrance.
you can change a
And
lot
we
like
do
that.
a bit of a shimmy back.
Oh, shimmy.
There we go. Our walls are a bit white, so let me go
Shimmy.
ahead and fix that. I
Oh,
opt for a pattern, and I do go through a couple of options,
Oh,
but
that green one.
ultimately, I go with the classic.
Do the last one. The last one.
Yeah, same.
Now that I've
You gotta
set
go-
up my
you gotta go
pattern, I can
crazy.
use the little
So is it
eyedropper
by the
to
whole
go ahead
wall
and
then? You
apply
can't do like a
the
single
wall.
piece?
Seems
I
like
think I'm
it.
leaving
Maybe that's
the
just
living room
a setting they have
space this
on.
pattern, and I'll pick some new patterns or colors for the rooms.
Interesting.
Let's start with the bedroom, and I think I'm going with a color, nothing too bright. I do try out a couple of options, but as you might tell from my color schemes down here, I have my favorite
Uh-oh,
color,
not
which
purple.
is purple.
Stay away from
So
the
I go
purple.
for like a purplish
No.
gray.
oh, they
Dang it.
love
Apply that to the other
purple.
walls in the room.
Life by
a quick
purple.
detour while I'm distracted. Let me show you this.
They're gonna call the
picture.
humans
This is
purples.
the toggle
Oh my
snap
gosh.
Well, I mean,
You know
that's
what?
better
That's
than
better than humans, yeah.
And it's better than
Yeah.
humans.
Peepoos. Peepoos. It's
Let's
like
get
people and
back-
pimples.
Maybe not
Peepoos.
peepoos.
Pee-poos. Pee-pee-poo-poo.
Pee-poo-poos.
I mean, to be honest, that's
the
kind of
little
cute.
kids are named peepees, and the adults are named poo-poos.
That's kinda cute. I like it.
I would be
There we
so
go,
happy
like
to-
by you.
Oh!
We did it. We solved the problem.
Drag the walls, that's good.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
going
cool.
through a couple of options, trying to figure out what
Pee-pee
goes with
poo-poos.
this house. I already have a pattern outside, so I don't want to go too complicated. I end up settling on this classic tile, and I play around with some colors.
What if you can
but
change
I
the wall
do so
height?
on a nice, clean mint color.
I think
And
you
you're
can, 'cause I
used
feel
to
like
this
some of the
by now,
houses
but
have bigger
next
walls.
step is to
Yeah, I think
eyedropper all the
didn't they
walls.
show that a little bit?
So I
They didn't
just
do
go
it, but they
through
kind of
and
showed off
quickly
where you
make
would
sure
do it
all of my walls
earlier.
match,
Maybe.
And I have a nice cohesive bathroom setup.
I think you can, because this looks particularly short, and I think
So
other ones
I
are
have
big.
It does,
wood flooring
yeah.
across the entire house right now, but let's say I wanted the
I
bathroom.
hope there's an
to be
easier way to
distinct.
get all the walls.
Here I click on the entire
Wallpaper.
flooring.
Yeah, like a
Like
shift
by
click,
room or
maybe.
something.
This flooring
Yeah.
right now provides
Or I wish it was
separate
like
sections for
more
each
like
of the
a
rooms.
tile
Here I
thing you can
click on the
do.
bathroom, and from there
Yeah.
decide what I want it to look like. I do end up going with just clean white floors. This bathroom is going to be pretty minimalist, I think. And
Pretty
if I
big.
wanted to, I could do that for the
That's a
bedroom
big-
as
It's
well,
huge.
but I'm leaving that hard.
What is
Now
the?
for a quick pivot to the
Oh my god.
Whoa!
and set up some really bright, obnoxious colors so you can see what I'm doing. Color one
okay,
here
that's fair.
is the frame, and so I'm going to go ahead and
nice.
set that
Okay,
to something
yeah.
that might match this wall, and maybe something
I was
that
gonna
would
say,
also
Green.
this
match
doesn't
the
look like
bathroom.
laggy like Sims 3 creator style,
Once I've
so
settled
that's
on a
good.
color for that
That's
one, I
true.
can go on to the next one, which is the interior of the door. I pick something that I hope complements it. Let me know what you think about my weird doors in the comments for sure.
I don't think you want to know what I
Then we
think.
move on to part 3 of the door, and
No, it actually looks cute
I was
now.
way off
I
base
already
then.
tell that I kind of am leaning towards that color, but I play around a little bit to make sure
I
that's
like
what
clown
I ultimately
door.
want, and I settle on
Clown
a slightly
door!
Well, it was kind of clown door before. Chili
Door
color.
number 4.
I don't know if
it's
that's a
currently bright green
compliment.
on that doorknob handle, so I'm gonna.
I love your
use
little
a bit of
clown
golden
door.
To match
So
what
cute.
I already have for the
I love your clown
and I think that's
house.
pretty golden. So I'm gonna add a preset.
It's so perfect for a little clown.
If I wanna recreate that in the bathroom, I can use the eyedropper.
By the way, check out my
Or
clown
I
Let's
can
Play
use
in
the
Life by
preset
You
that
coming
you
soon.
just added.
Why is no one
I would
watching
watch
this?
that.
No one would watch that.
I would watch that,
Okay.
100%.
You'd be
Are you
able to
kidding?
do it.
The door.
To be quite honest, I have a
I
lot
bought
of
the bikini bottoms. I'll watch anything.
That's
like,
true.
Doors from renting so many apartments over the
You'd
years.
watch him in the bikini bottoms?
And now we go to the front
Yeah.
door, where I'm
Oh, he's
going
doing
out
it.
a path.
Put on
So
big
I go
bikini
to the
bottles.
terrain
There we
tiles,
go.
pick out some
Sweet,
bricks,
that'll watch.
and I end up laying these about the width.
I
of the
like that you
door.
can
Okay,
Hopefully
right
it
foot,
looks
left
like
foot,
a-
Yeah,
and...
they just place tiles
My
outside.
door.
She
And for
did.
the actual front door,
Sorry,
I
we're
want to
talking
make
over the
sure that
video.
it's a wood that matches
That's
the
good. So wait,
interior.
can
I
you
like-
place individual tiles inside then or not?
Oh, it seems like it can do in the. Yeah, it seems like it because it's got the grid there.
I don't know, because she would like click the
But
room.
It's like the whole room.
Well,
yeah.
she didn't
And then-
actually
yeah, the
show
whole
it.
room.
It's just all of a sudden it was white. I also like that you can set the set the pattern of the door as a preset, and then that's always saved
Yeah.
now. If you like that color, you've got it forever.
Yeah, that's
and-
good.
Yeah.
Bit better, so I just make it a bit darker and a little bit more red toned. And now that we're done with the bones of the house, let's go on to furnishing, because that's
This is
something
like-
that I really wanted to be able to show you this time around.
No, never mind.
Here you can see some of the categories that we have available, and again, disclaimer, we're editing and we're adding stuff.
This
all
is
the
wait. Can you
time,
pause
so-
for a second?
Yeah.
This is something we were talking about before. It's like, I mean, Sims 4 does have this kind of list as well, but there needs to be more icons in this game for certain stuff. Like
Yeah.
when they showed off the list of contacts, or like the list of the people that live in the world, and it was
Yeah.
just like a list of names. It's like there's no icons or anything.
Yeah. Me and James were watching some videos while over in Sydney. We were just like hanging out. all
Yeah,
night
we watch in our free time.
We were.
I mean, you were.
But it's literally like just scrolling through Life by You videos on.
I was there. I watched some with you guys.
Well, we got to keep our finger on the pulse. You
We
know,
gotta
let's see
keep
what's
on
going on.
That's true. But yeah, so they show, this is obviously not in this video, but they show a big old list here, all the way up and down. And it's just all the people in the world, and it's just a list. And I know for me, I would be like, what is the name of that person? I can't remember. The name starts with a C. I don't know. And it didn't seem like scrolling over them, you'd think there'd be like a little pop up with their picture on it, something like I know from Faces. And the same thing with the lots as well. Like you pick out a lots to plonk down, but it's just a big old list of names, and there's no.
It was like
Yeah.
Cafe 1, Cafe 2. It's like
Yeah, that would never work.
Yeah. I mean, they said at the beginning of this video, the UI is all still in like progress. So hopefully that's something that they add.
Yeah, I would hope
Well, I
they
feel
do.
like even
That'd make it
with
a lot
like
easier.
build and buy mode, I mean, with build mode on the side, they have the icons and that's nice. But I feel like in build mode, I hate to compare it to The Sims, but I mean, let's be honest, theirs is
Yes.
good. It has like seating has like chairs and like tables has a table. It's like, it just
I-
makes sense. Or they do it by
one thing-
room.
In Sims, I don't like.
What's that?
Every time in Sims, I'm trying to go to like the dining room and I end up in the study or something. It's like one of
Oh,
those icons,
yeah.
it's like it looks like
That's
a computer on
true.
a desk or something, and I always click on that one.
I do the
Yeah.
exact same thing. Yeah.
That one is bad. No, but yeah, you're
That one's
totally
bad.
right. Sims 4, I think, has really good UI design overall, and
Yeah,
just
I
I think
agree.
aesthetic in general. So they've got that down for sure.
I think the icons are definitely needed, though. I agree.
For sure. For visual learners and
Stuff
like
might
me.
come
Less word,
So-
more icon.
it's
less
just like a lot
words.
of
Something
words.
specific in
Yeah.
mind, you can of course search.
It's like
so
words
by
then
you, am
I
I
can
right?
do that.
Oh.
But it also means there's more like translation
Now
work that
for
they
an
would have to do
artistic
if
touch.
everything is just
Mm.
text. You know what I mean?
True.
Looking at beds.
That's a good point.
And this is the one I settle on because it has so many options.
That's a nice bed.
So let me make the most of
Nice.
those 5 customization slots. And I kind of zoom
Please
out here
do.
so that I
It
can
looks
see
like part of
what
the
I
floor.
can, regards to the entire room,
It's becoming the floor.
all work together.
There we go.
Oh, we're going purple. Let's go.
Ah!
Oh.
Should have known
Words
that
by-
was coming.
words by purple, my man.
Hopefully still be a good bedding color. Now
I think
kind of
my
set the
poo-poo
tone for
peep
the
is gonna
bedroom,
love
I'm gonna
sleeping
go
in there.
ahead and
Oh,
choose
yeah.
the
Look at my little poo-poo
bedroom
pee-pee.
and then decide on a dresser. I go with something nice and simple.
Okay, I don't know if it's like the texture on it, but it looks like when you'd make your hamster a little house. Like we're looking at it right now. You know, you like, I'm going to make my hamster a little house out of cardboard, and I'm going to put a little cardboard bed down and put a little blankie on top and stitch together some little pillows. No one else is seeing this. It's just me.
I feel like this is a singular experience
just-
that you might have had.
What do you mean? Like a
Have
whole
you
house?
have you never made your little hamster a little house?
I've never had a
Hamsters
hamster.
Well,
can't
that's
have
a-
hamsters in Australia.
Well,
so.
that's the problem, yeah.
You can't?
What about like a little dollhouse? What like a little dollhouse then? Okay. Nobody is only on that one.
I totally know what you mean.
If you had a hamster, wouldn't you make it a little house to live in?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think what you're saying
Yeah.
is that the scale of stuff looks a little. It's not quite right.
I think that's what I'm catching. Yeah. It just looks a
I
little
think
like
that's what you're saying. Like it, yeah. The items kind of look small, but I'm not sure if that's just because they scaled the flooring up in the settings.
True.
So I don't know if the
maybe.
scale of the floor is too big, and then obviously this house is really big too. If you look at the grid,
Right.
so I don't know if it's just because the actual build is scaled wrong.
Yeah.
That dresser is actually meant for Barbies.
Wait, Lily, did you do that too? Did you make a little house for your hamsters? Or Barbie? Like for action figures.
I mean, I had a dollhouse.
Did you make a bed out of cardboard and little sheets?
I didn't make one.
Oh.
It came with one.
Oh, you just bought one? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. My Barbie was living lavish.
Oh, we don't have enough money for buying a bed for my Barbie.
Well, and right about here is when I realize how big this room actually is.
Oh wait,
And
lol.
with so much room,
She literally just
Wait.
said, "I just realized how big
vanity,
this room is."
Even
Oh,
though
okay.
I do, spoiler alert, realize that it doesn't quite fit the aesthetic of the room.
She's like,
Now that
right
I've
after you
sorted
pause
my
it. I just realized I
nightstands,
made this
I'll go
room
ahead
way
and
too big.
Yeah,
a
yeah,
very
yeah.
simple design
Look how tiny that
on the
looks.
Side of the bed.
Yeah, I think the
And
room
I
is
go
just
to
huge, and the floor is
decorations,
scaled
and
up.
I
I think
Right.
it's
on
the
one
problem.
The
of
floor
side
is-
tables.
Yeah,
For
it's
the
hard to
other side
tell
table, I
until you get the
briefly
furniture.
No,
there.
those
setting
bedside
up
tables look
before I decide
so
that's not a
small.
great idea. I really do need some lighting in here, though. So I go to lighting, and then I sort by table
It's
lamps.
throwing me off.
Once I've settled on a design, I go ahead and zoom in to make sure that I'm placing this exactly where I want it to go on this side table.
Okay, it doesn't
And
look
I
as
place it
bad
on
when
the
she
other side as
zooms.
well for
Yeah.
good
I
measure.
think we need
Now that I've realized how
a
big
pee
I've
poo
made
poo
this
in here
room,
for
I
scale.
decide to make a little
we
note
do.
for
Because
whoever
it is really hard to
plays
tell what the
guitar.
scale is.
So I place down a guitar.
Okay.
put down a-
Bring in the pee-pee-poo-poo.
I'm kind of just putting them down for now, and I'm gonna actually place them a little bit
I
more
really hope they
carefully
call
in
them
a
pee pee
second.
poo poos now.
I like to just put down everything.
They have to.
I want,
Yeah.
They listen to
think
what
I
we
want,
say.
and
Yeah.
as
I
you
mean, it's
can
kind
see,
of cute.
zoom
I like
in
it.
Yeah.
to arrange
Got
them.
my little pee pee poo
If you have a
poo.
different way of decorating,
And then
let
I
us
can
know
call
in
it
the comments.
poo-hoo.
We've found out
Oh
that
my
everyone on the team
gosh.
plays a little differently. Decorating, I sort by fitness equipment, and here you can
The
see
bunny
there's a lot of
slippers
options
stay
for
on during
machinery and
poo-hoo.
weights.
Oh
But I
my
decided for a
goodness.
house like this, I'm going to go with a step.
What's that thing?
The GlueCon bikini bottoms stay on during the poo-hoo.
I'll try to find a spot for it. And next up is going to be a desk. I've gone ahead and moved the bed so that we have enough room to put a
Yeah,
desk
this
on
room
the
is just
back
huge.
wall.
I think is part
And
of the
I pick
problem.
out a
Yeah, the bed also
on my
just
desk.
looks a little goofy to
I'm thinking
me.
of a desk that might be good for both gaming and for work. I decide on this desk because it feels nice.
Maybe the
simple,
fabric
and
just looks
also
too
big
real.
enough for a computer that I think will be good. And here I double and triple check that this desk is in the corner just right and that the chair is
I will.
perfectly
Lily,
set
let
with
me
the
know
desk.
afterwards.
And I go back and reopen the decorations
So I see
and
it now.
quickly get sidetracked.
Oh, not now, okay.
Trash can. So I go ahead and put that. And I haven't mentioned it yet, but
In
green
your-
feet
next to
means
your
that
bed?
someone can
Okay.
access that item.
I guess so.
Now I decide to put some shelving.
I don't have
think,
a-
oh, maybe
I've never
this
had a
would be
bin
great
next to
to
my
the
bed
desk,
before, but
but
I
I
guess-
realized
if you got this
quickly,
big of a
no,
hat
that wall
room, then maybe
way
it would
too
be.
crowded. So I place it in the
It's like a
middle
studio
and I do
apartment.
some rearranging.
Seriously.
After some quick movie magic, you'll find that the vanity just poof disappears and the room looks a little nicer. Now that I have a better composition for my room, I decide to fill out this wall here with another piece of shelving.
I bet like
And this
windows.
time I actually sort by
Yeah.
bookshelf.
Yeah.
I go with this
Maybe not ready to
very
show those
simple
yet.
bookshelf because I know I don't have a lot
'Cause I
of
feel like they
room
would show
here.
those by
I
now.
don't want to crowd it too much, but I do think this one will look nice. And you've probably noticed that as I place things, it does still cost money. That being said, this is an empty lot. No one lives here, so this money isn't being charged to any one person.
It's up
And
the
now we
lot
move on to
value.
another day of building. You'll notice that I put some windows
Oh, windows.
up
Oh, here we
because I
go.
realized as soon as I opened
We
it,
just stop saying things.
Yeah, let's just not talk.
Literally every time we see, they're like, and now we're gonna do the things they just said.
Well, and then we pause for like 5 minutes, talk about how they didn't do this thing, and it's like, and now we're gonna put windows in. Dang it!
Maybe this is live.
up my lot, the walls are kind of empty.
It's live.
So here we move into a quick wall decorating montage.
Oh.
I think about what might be fun for the person who will live here, so I put up some posters near their workspace as well as.
I wonder if there's an easy way to align those on the
It
wall.
takes me a couple seconds to put these posters.
Yeah, that looks
right?
rough.
I'll definitely
Yeah.
have to come back and.
I like the way
Everything
Sim,
with a fine
not to
tooth
compare to
comb.
Sims, but Sims
Next,
does it,
I
where you can
search
hold
for a
down
mirror.
Alt and put it
Like
anywhere,
debated
but then if
Yeah.
you don't,
So
instead of
I
on a
ended up
grid.
going with a
Yeah.
standing mirror.
I like that every time we compare it to The Sims. We're like, not to compare it to The Sims, but
I mean-
the thing is, you kind of have to. 'Cause
I mean, we're not gonna compare it to
mean-
Animal Crossing, are we? I mean, what the other game we're gonna compare this to?
I mean, there's really
Yeah.
only one successful life simulation game.
Aesthetic going, so
Yeah.
I leave the rugs black.
Until this comes
I come back
out.
from my little sidetrack to the walls.
What did
and
they
I
gotta
have
add the
some
windows
floral
in?
posters in the back for another.
I'll have to
They
do
did
this.
in the other room, just not in the bedroom.
Oh, I see. Oh god, I didn't see
No,
that.
there's one in there. There's one on the side.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that's
yeah.
nice.
Side on some landscape paintings for right above the bed. Again, I go ahead and put 3 of them. And now for a quick spin of my room before
That's
I
a nice
decide,
room.
yep, time to move on to the.
I think it looks better now that there's furniture in there. I can kind of get the
Moving
idea
on,
of the
I
scale
do all
more.
filters
Yeah, yeah,
and
for
I
sure.
Yeah, it
go
looks
There's
better
more
now.
stuff.
I mean, I've definitely had that issue with The Sims where I'm like, oh, that
I
room's way too
briefly
big. So when I
contemplate
put a
adding
bed in there, I
for
realize.
some reason before I add
Yeah.
anything else.
It's like all
Don't
the
worry,
the
I
houses
go
that
through
like
that.
EA
I
would
go ahead
build.
and add
All the
a
rooms were
bathroom.
way too big.
Awfully
Certainly.
fancy in the bathroom because I go for the really nice versions of everything, as you might notice. I quickly
it's like
It's got a
Spinning,
glass,
spinning.
a little bit of a reflection on those on those walls.
Then I switch
Kinda
over
cool.
to showers and add.
I thought she was gonna put the
Whoa.
bathtub on the
Holy
road.
moly.
And I'm realizing the value of this house is increasing quite rapidly. I don't know if that's.
I brought
Actually,
popcorn,
that's
by the
one
way.
We're just gonna
Wait,
keep
what?
building.
You have
I brought
popcorn.
popcorn. I got it at the zoo.
Oh.
zoo
I don't really
popcorn.
have somewhere I want to.
Caramel popcorn.
Did you just go to
Got
the
it from
zoo
the
to get
animal
popcorn?
parade.
So I go to walls.
Yeah,
I wanna
I
add a
j-
nice divide.
Yeah, we went all the way to the zoo to get some popcorn.
Just click and drag.
No, I
like
swear.
building the
Wall.
house.
Oh, okay.
There you go,
And
interior
And I
wall.
think that would be
Okay.
the right spot for
One
it,
thing I do
but
like is
wanna
that
make sure that
the
I have
value
space.
of stuff in this game,
First, we go to
like
the
they have
friendly
look at the lot
eyedropper
value, it's like
and
524,000.
match
I
the
just
rest of
kind
the
of
walls.
so,
And
There's
the economy
nothing
seems
in
like-
here.
I play around with where it's
but it's
placed,
more
so you can
realistic,
see
though, which
those
I kind of like instead of it being like
actually move.
Honestly,
15,000.
true. In today's
And my
climate,
main
that
goal
is how
here
much
to
this
make
would
sure that
cost.
Whoever lives
Yeah.
here can
Yeah.
actually access
And
it.
actually, there was another video.
Now, I go
I think it
back
was
to
Rod
decorations,
did about like
filter by
modding
room,
and the economy
accidentally
stuff,
click bedroom,
and he's like, "Yeah, you can
go
just go
back
into the
to
settings and
bathroom.
change that,
And you
and
might
change like the
expect me to
value
go
of the
to
economy and
toilets, but
stuff."
I want to make
Oh.
sure I know where the
Interesting.
sink
So if you don't want it
goes
to be
before I
like super
actually
high, I think you
place
can
the
change all
toilet.
that. So,
I debate
Make it
splurging
harder
on
for
a nicer
yourself,
sink,
maybe.
but I go with the
Mhm.
basic sink and cabinet because I know that
Cabinet, they're uploaded down.
yeah, this game is like
Cabinet.
massively moddable already, which is pretty cool.
Mirror,
Yeah.
and I think that actually works.
I like
really
those
well.
Yes.
walls. I like how reflective they
Kind
are.
of clean aesthetic I have going
That's
here.
nice.
But why
Yeah,
does the
someone
bottom
in your
door have
chat
a
was
knob
like,
on it?
Because I wanna make
why didn't
sure
she
I
make the
have
room
enough
smaller
space
when
for
she noticed that
everything
they
I
were
want
too
to put in
big?
this bathroom. And
That's a
Okay.
good
now
question.
that I have that
As
there,
far
I
as
think
wait,
I
can you pause for a second?
Yeah.
This has been a criticism that we had last time too. The actual video production on these things.
Yeah.
But I don't think
Not
that's their
great.
fault. I think it's just like so Rocio is like community manager, like, hey, you're gonna do, the social posts and could you also make videos? It's like
Yeah.
that's not really what she does. So it's not really their fault, but it would be good if they had someone that was kind of more dedicated to videos and building and stuff. To show
I
off.
agree.
But
Right.
yeah, it's not her fault,
No.
of course.
I quickly add a shelf behind the tub and move on to the toilet. Finally,
Oh yeah.
I picked the modern toilet because again, this is
Just 2 toilets in base game, or we're gonna add more later down the road, or toilet DLC.
I couldn't reach that toilet paper if I was sitting on there. I would not be able to reach
You gotta put it
that.
above the toilet, so like you gotta go.
I gotta stand up. You gotta pull it from it hangs from the ceiling.
yeah. You
You gotta pull it straight
You
down.
gotta jump up.
It's like a cat
God.
playing with yarn.
Yeah, so like, are we thinking like more toilets in base game, or is this like early right now, or?
I'm sure they'll DrGluon. It'll be okay.
Just I'm a little concerned because only 2 toilets. I think you know what I mean.
He's serious about his
how-
toilets.
I mean, how different are
Stupid.
toilets, really? Let's be real.
You put it further away. It seemed.
So I'm really liking this layout, and I think
The
next
toilet
up
was way too far away.
Just nice decoration.
It's so high as well.
So I know in the decorations we have this Himalayan salt lamp, which means
Oh,
I
salt lamp.
probably want a table for it. So I
Oh,
go
roof!
ahead and
Ooh, that's
search
cool.
a side
Oh.
table,
Oh, okay.
and
Wanted to see
immediately
it,
that blue and white one catches my eye. It already looks perfect for this bathroom. I
Toilet
go
stuff back
to
first, DLC.
bathroom decor, and I add that Himalayan salt lamp.
Oh, that's nice.
And I really like the look of this, but I think a rug would just pull this all together a little better.
Mhm.
So I actually go back
A
to
rug?
category, go to deco, and go to rugs.
okay.
There's this one particular rug that just looks so incredibly
it's like a
fluffy.
bath mat, okay.
I just know that I want to
That's
touch
okay.
that.
It's like a
after I get out of
fluffy-
the shower
fluffy
or the
one.
bathtub.
Yeah,
It's an
nice
interesting
bath mat,
placement.
okay.
I go ahead and add one.
Yeah, it's
to
kind of
the
just like
sink.
sticking out.
And looking around,
Can you
I see
scale
that the
stuff
walls are
easy in
kind of
this
empty,
game?
So I make sure to go back to
I don't know. I haven't really been looking.
And
Is there
once
like
I'm in
when you play
bathroom,
stuff?
I
Is there
go
like an
to
option or anything?
decorations and add a towel rack.
See then.
And once that's in, I'm really liking.
Well,
the
you can
bathroom.
easily
Go
mod
ahead
stuff
get a
and
better
scale
look.
them when
And
you.
True, but I know
edit
you
it,
place
so-
your stuff.
It's
It's
not the right
you know,
color.
just
So
tapping a
I
few
go ahead
things.
and
That's
change
just
it to
colors
another
I don't
and stuff.
see anything up
and
for that.
take a nice
Maybe
Although,
the-
wait,
it's a
look at the
hotkey.
top.
before I
It says
decide-
advanced mode.
Yep, I think
Oh.
I can move on.
What's
Hope
that
you like
about?
those too.
Oh, what's that
And
about?
living room. Really quickly, I wanted to
Oh,
show
there you go,
you
James.
can
Oh,
drag
there you go.
walls up
Oh.
and down
Whoa.
of your floor.
Yeah,
And
that's cool.
Similarly,
Yeah.
you can adjust
Nice.
the roof either up or down to match. I will leave the walls
We'll
as
show
is
the
for
roof.
now and actually show you.
Yeah, I
how
wanna see the
to
roof.
add a trim, since I know that was something.
Raise the
folks
roof.
asked
Show the
about
trim.
before. So here we have
Whoa.
options for both vertical and horizontal trims.
Wait.
Oh.
What? Oh, okay.
Oh.
See, that kind of always annoyed me in Sims. It's like you get a wall, you're like, I like it, but it's got a weird trim on it for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kinda cool that you can just add it yourself.
There's just a nice stripe along the bottom. I'll show you on this wall what a horizontal
Can you copy
wide
paste it
looks like.
though? Or?
And I move
Can you
on
do
to
the whole
front
room?
wall to show you what
All
a
trim?
vertical
Yeah.
looks like. I go with
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
it's
the
like-
entire room. Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can
'Cause
see
this
that
is
it
just gonna
juts
take way
out a
too
little
long.
bit so that it gives the
Yeah,
wall
vertical
Yeah,
trim.
that was one problem I had with like Sims 3. Is
And
just like
anything
customizing
else,
everything
you
took
can remove
forever.
the trim.
Yeah.
Go ahead and remove that. I don't actually want that trim there. But I do want to show you one last trim.
Okay.
So I go ahead back to the wall.
Yes, please.
And once I'm clicked on the wall, I go and show you the
Any pictures here?
horizontal
Vertical.
bevel, because I think that one's kind of
Bevel?
just neat.
Oh, Pebble.
That being
Wait.
said, I don't actually
It's
want
kind of hard to say because the
most
wall
of
is
the trims.
white.
It's Pebble and
Trim's white.
Fantastico.
Thin, and I do put that
Ah.
on every single wall so that they
Yeah, it's kind of hard because to line them up every time.
Now a quick
Well, yeah,
montage
so is there no
of
way to just
adding
copy
this
it?
trim to each of my walls. I decide again.
I guess that's something they
think
can
so.
add. Hopefully they'll add that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or bedroom.
Add the
Probably
exact
will.
same
It's like still
placement.
early.
uh,
Because even when the game was originally
I
going to come
love the
out,
way that this trim
I guess
breaks up
September
the pattern.
now,
I
it
don't
was going to still be
necessarily
early
think that will be
access.
the
So I mean,
case
I guess
for
that's something that
those
they can add.
Yeah.
And much like the bathroom, I
'Cause that
think
kind of
I
stuff
could
would be
do
really
a
annoying doing one by
divider
one.
Here, so I
I like
go
that as a
ahead and
thing.
Put one out for
Oh.
what I think will be the
Whoa,
living
that wall can
room
go like
and
anywhere.
kitchen.
What the heck?
They're just
It
doing
looks
whatever
pretty
they
good.
want,
I accidentally
James.
put down another piece of wall, so
Dang.
and I end up realizing that this window is a bit off center. So I go ahead and
That
fix
wall is also
that,
crooked and it's annoying me.
Looking at the rest of my windows, decide to come back and fix those later as well.
Can you
So
like
my
snap
first
to a
focus
grid?
is this wall. I want to make sure I have enough room for all of my kitchen counters, so I do push it out a little bit. And
The wall
once
is
I'm
crooked.
happy with
Fix it.
Was it?
eyedropper is back.
Yeah.
and we're
It's on the
making
line.
It's like slightly off. It's not
Everything
Oh,
straight.
is it? Oh.
I'm pretty happy with that and that layout. I look around again just to make sure everything's shaping up. And
Played
it's
up. I don't
time
know.
for
How do I
this
fix that?
empty
Maybe.
space.
Who knows?
I have
Maybe.
just the rug in mind from when we were in the rugs earlier, so I go back to deco,
Oh,
go back
rugs.
to rugs, and I want this ginormous red rug. It just
Nice.
looks so nice.
Does it
and
come in
I'm really
grunge
excited to
style?
Kind of build the room around this piece.
Is there a grunge button?
Next is a TV.
Does it come
and
in
TV
werewolf
stand.
took a
So
bite
go
out of it
ahead
style?
and go simple stand.
Hi,
Because I love that in The Sims.
Vixella, the Vixella channel.
And I
Does
do
it come
end up
out with? Does
rearranging
it come
a
with
little
bite
bit on the back
marks?
Wall, but like everything else. in
Oh,
this
okay, so
house,
that
it's
button
going
next to the
again, so
time
don't
is like a
worry.
snap to grid button.
Next is a
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I noticed
Even though
that.
it looks like, even though it looks like a window,
Rectangular
but
stand
it's snap to
TV.
grid.
Oh, I
And
see.
It's a really random
it
place for
fits
that.
pretty perfectly in the middle. I'm happy with that. I now
don't know,
look
I
at the
feel
rest of
like,
the room and
yeah, the
realize
UI
this
is-
rug might be better off.
Maybe the
Right.
hotkeys will make it a lot better. You just like
So I
hotkeys.
True.
switched that up, and
Yeah.
I know I need some couches next.
Because a lot of
Just
early access
looking at
games
these
don't have
initial
hotkeys till
couches,
quite
I already
late, so
like this
that could be a
red one.
thing.
It matches, and it
I
really
just don't have
goes
it
with
yet.
the vibe already.
I hate to
So I
be
go ahead and place that one.
a Debbie
Uh-oh.
Downer, but I was really hoping that the graphics would change.
What's one couch? I need 2 couches. So I add a second couch, and this one doesn't fit the aesthetic yet.
You're not jiving with
go
it.
ahead
I
and
think
adjust
this
the
is
colors.
okay. For
Almost
me,
matches the
it's
other
the
couch as well.
the peepoos
I'm
that
really
I think
liking
look
how colorful this is, but
have the need the most
like
work.
many of you, have
Yeah,
pointed
I mean, it
out,
all sort of
doesn't
goes
look or
together.
feel quite
Listen,
true.
that's just
So
my
I included
opinion, you know what I
everything
mean?
Yeah.
I'm still gonna play it.
It just kind, yeah. It just kind of looks like a. I mean, it just looks like Sims 3. But
It
like,
does look like Sims 3, but like hyper, more hyper
but like
realistic.
alpha
More-
CC.
Yeah.
More HD maybe.
As I'm
Yeah.
looking through, I realize I don't really know what kind of shelf I want.
I'm glad everyone in the chat's
do
agreeing
know
with me.
that these
You guys are my
probably
people.
I think a lot of people are kind
would
of like
probably look good,
Yeah, I don't
so
think-
I ended up
yeah.
placing
like
a
I
couple of
love
those.
all the
And
ideas
by
and
a
stuff.
couple, I do mean about
yeah,
half a dozen, but
the graphics.
It just,
and stuff.
yeah, it just feels like these graphics are very old school. Like, yeah, early 2000s. When like we're in the future.
I mean, if this is early 2000, this is good stuff.
And once I've placed them,
So we're
all
early
together,
2020.
I think
So,
it is.
Yeah.
I think it's just like Sims 4 has a style.
So,
Sims 4 is
you can
not
actually
hyper
click on it
realistic.
just click the little
And so it
button
kinda-
tool,
it's
and it'll
okay
allow you
to,
make another one.
It can last a long
Didn't actually
time
want that one,
because
so
it was
go
been out for
ahead
like
and
10
put
years,
it in.
right?
Just to
So,
show you
like,
how
looks
you can
good.
be more efficient.
Yeah, it still looks
it's not
good.
going to live a lot bad because
So
it always
next
has that
I go
style.
ahead
Like
and move on
when you do hyper
That's
realistic,
true.
it's gonna not
I
look
really
great.
wanted to see what the
later
defaults
on.
were because
As-
I didn't
Yeah,
want
there's
to spend
nothing.
too much
Yeah,
time
maybe
with
going a
the
little
reels.
cartoony
And
is like
realizing I
a
like
good
that
thing.
That's why World of
I go
Warcraft
ahead
always
and
looks
copy it
great.
over to everything else.
You know?
And that's using
Does
a
it?
little paintbrush.
Well, you know,
I think it looks pretty good. They did an upgrade on it.
that's true. They did. Yeah, they have
Go
done some
back and
upgrades
I
on
go
that.
It used to look
I
different.
pick out this triangle.
But it's kind of like when they do
I think
HD
it will
remasters of things,
hopefully fit and also still match the
where they
aesthetic.
just like
It
update
dates sooner,
the
yeah.
What
textures.
I've done, make
I
sure
mean,
I like
it looks
before
like
I move on because
an old
I
game.
remember looking at the shelves. and the shelves
Minecraft.
James is not sold on the World of Warcraft
I mean, look,
theory.
it doesn't look bad. Like I wouldn't have any problem playing
take
it.
note of this little decorative plant, which I think will
It has a
be
style.
just above this shelf.
Yeah.
And now I have more plants. I have a quick moment where I realize I forgot to put a trash can in the bathroom, so I go ahead
Well, you got
and
that trash
add
in the
one
bathroom.
and get back to my living
Well, see, that
room.
actually makes sense, but I don't know what about the one in the bedroom.
Well, I see the desk, so maybe you like
So
throwing
I
away
go
paper
ahead
and stuff.
go back to light.
I don't want to know what's
I
in the
go
bedroom
back
trash
to
can.
floor
That's all I'm
lamp.
saying.
Okay.
I don't
Ooh.
want to put the same.
I was like,
exact
paper,
floor
but you
lamp.
were
Think
there,
about it
okay?
for a second, but
He said they were
Next to the
doing
bed.
poo-hoo, you know what I
Oh
mean?
my
actually work
gosh.
better next to the triangle
It's
shelf.
next to the bed. Like, what do you want
That
from me?
does, however, mean I think I should move this door. So I luckily have enough room to do so, and I
Yeah, it's
pull
just
back
chip
the
packets. That's
and
right.
just shift the door
Bags
to
of
make sure
chips.
I can have enough space for everybody walking through.
Me with my
Now for
popcorn.
this big empty space in the living
Zoo
room,
popcorn.
I think we need a dining table here.
This is my
So
zoo
I
popcorn.
filter by room, go to dining room, and get to the tables. The table is going to be the main big piece here, so I go with the regular rectangular kitchen table.
Wait,
I
that looks
like the
tiny.
wood, but I do
Yeah,
think
that
It
is
is
very
so
small.
small.
It's
You
big.
said
I thought it
this
was
is the
gonna be
main big
huge.
piece.
And
Yeah,
once I'm
that's like the
It's-
smallest.
and
Smaller
It's
than the couch.
well, it's
I like a
2x1.
wall
It's
back
a
to my
2x1,
chair,
so
I
put
go
it
with
full
this basic
chairs
chair.
around
I think they need like a 3 by.
Hopefully a little bit more
One.
in line with the rest of the house. So
What?
I place it.
One chair.
Okay, no, it's kind
I'm
of small.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Any of them.
This is the big piece of the dining room.
I hate to laugh.
Change it to match
It's
the
but it
rug.
is funny. You gotta laugh.
It is funny.
You gotta laugh, yeah.
Oh, we got 2 chairs, guys.
Oh,
Three
okay. Actually, I would
chairs.
probably put
Now I
like
have
2
my
on each
dining
side.
room
Yeah, that's
No,
what I
no.
thought.
And I'm
Does it
reminded
snap
that the
in?
walls are
Can you
pretty
put them
empty.
anywhere?
So,
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it
looking at
does.
Looks like
this
it
back
snapped.
wall over here, I decide to go find
They
there's probably
snap.
multiple snap points.
I go back
Okay.
to wall deco and I place some photographs. You
That's
know,
nice.
the living room might have some more fun memories and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I decide to filter by houseplants, and this one red flower looks like it would kind of match, so I go ahead and place it.
Thanks, Lily, for
While
laughing
looking
at my
dining
joke.
room tables, I realize
What game
it's
is
a really
this?
fun
It's
coffee
just
table.
chatting, I think,
So I
according
go
to.
over,
Yeah, it's just
browse,
chatting.
buy a couple of
How is
them
this just
before I settle
chatting?
on one that's a
I did
nice
Sims
wooden
4, but someone
finish, like
complained,
a lot of this
so
house is turning out to be.
Ooh.
I place it between
there's
the
no life by
couches,
you
but
directory peeps,
Once I
okay?
do, I realize I
Sheesh.
also want an ottoman. So I go ahead, pick one out, I really like this one's shape.
Ooh.
And once it's out
Ooh,
there,
I do
have
like that,
to do
actually.
some
That's
more
nice.
rearranging. After I shift
big
everything
ottoman.
over, I place the ottoman in the corner in the end. And you might have noticed it's white, so I'm going to go ahead and make it match the rest of my furniture by making it red. I might be overdoing it on the red, but it is what it is. And we still have a very blank wall.
Okay.
It is what it
I
is.
tried to pull out
Yes, she
She shut
really
me up.
did.
this will work, and I just need to
Fair enough. I apologize.
a little montage of me playing around with the colors. I did speed this up because I didn't want to bore you too much, but I also wanted to
I like
show
the fact you can
some
do
of the
this
color
100%, but
combinations that are
you know,
possible.
like
And
in
hopefully inspire you for
in
when
House
you
Flipper,
decide
I
to
get so
build your own
lazy, and
houses.
it's like I don't want to do it.
Don't worry,
I'm just
I
gonna
don't make
plonk
it
what the
red.
default
I
one
go
is,
with a
and we
brown
move
Yeah.
on.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened in
And
Sims
once it's in
3.
place,
But I guess the
then
thing
you
is,
go
if
ahead
you,
and
you know, get a
go to
few
the
that you like, save the
decorations
presets,
and add
then
a
you
little
just kind of use
tree.
those
I
most
move
of
it
the
around
time.
a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit,
true. Yeah,
but
That's
yeah,
true.
Yeah.
head on this tall speaker and realize really quickly how crowded this space is getting. So I decided to move some stuff, shift around so that I have room for this speaker. And I do find one spot where the speaker works, and honestly, once it's in there, I really like how it's slotted in, so I leave it be. And now for a
one
fireplace. I
speaker?
saw the fireplace while I was just looking
Okay.
around, and honestly, I got pretty obsessed to the point where I was like, I'm willing to redo half of this house to make it fit.
What are all these
Once I
pieces in there?
find my fireplace again,
don't
I
know.
go ahead
The
and
curved
place
Fireplace
a
pieces.
brick fireplace.
Ooh.
You might recognize it from
Whoa.
some of our other videos.
That is very red.
I personally want it for the other
Well,
colors.
you can change it, Glon.
That's
There's
like
a
a
whole
nice.
tool
That's
for
like a
it.
1970s
I
looking
do have to move this
fireplace.
shelf to make it
That's
work,
sweet.
but honestly, like I said, I'm willing.
Wish
to
we had more
sacrifice
fireplace
whatever
options
I
in
need
Sims
to at
4.
this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I
too.
decide the tree
Is that only
is
the
one of those
giant, or
sacrifices,
there's like two
so
tiny ones,
away it goes.
and they look old?
But the fireplace is now accessible, and that is what matters to me. So I place that.
Is it accessible
and I
by
chose
Santa
a
Claus?
secondary color scheme, which I
Ooh.
think
It's taller than the
works
wall,
that's much
though.
more.
You're asking the real questions.
It
I am
does
asking
mean
the
that I have to
question.
move this
Mhm.
shelf because it's
Hi,
way
Dr.
too crowded
Gluon
in
of
that
the Dr.
corner.
Gluon channel on
But I actually
Twitch.
think it fits better
Is
on this
there
wall
a
anyway,
Santa
so
Claus in
I'm
life by
happy.
you? Thank you.
It did leave behind an entirely
And if not,
open wall,
why
so
not?
more room for wall decor.
And when will it
Back
be
when
added?
I
Thank
actually
you.
go back to search
And
by-
if not, can I voice it?
Because I think
Yes.
I don't necessarily like this geometric shape.
Oh, what about the last one? Hang on. Oh, the last
But
one.
I like these.
The last one right there, the yellow one, the cow face. Was that a cow or what is that? Do that one.
photographs.
The animal
Dare I
parade.
say, is that a
on the
llama?
other wall.
Oh.
Tea
I
time.
smell a lawsuit.
Kitchen. I want to actually put something.
Oh,
in
there's a
this
kitchen in
entryway.
here.
It feels kind of empty. So I
Oh.
tried a couple of benches. I think a nice bench in the entryway where, you know, thematically you put on your shoes, that kind of thing. And looking at
Two?
the two that I put side by side, I quickly decided that I like the shape of the pink one more. Though
Yeah,
I do like
and
the
it's purple.
color of the blue one. So
Oh,
I end
okay.
up taking this pink one. And
That's
make
cute.
it
I just realized
more
that, like,
blue,
the
so it
delete
kind of
icon is a
matches the
recycle
bathroom.
bin, not
I
like a
even
trash
take look
can.
at the bathroom
Oh,
to
yeah.
make sure I like it.
Get a recycle. Come on.
Now for the final
They're
room,
so
the
eco-friendly.
kitchen. I know I want my
Yeah.
appliances on the left side, so I go
Where
ahead.
Sims 4 throws all that stuff into a landfill. You don't know that, but every time
Yeah.
you delete something in the Sims 4, it actually goes into a landfill in your game. You just don't see it, but it's off screen somewhere.
It's actually set on
You know
fire
what?
and then put in a landfill.
The Sims literally throw away their plates.
They
They're
do.
throwing away
Yeah,
everything.
Yeah, and all that is saved. That's why the Sims run slow and slow and slow the more you play it, because all that stuff's building up somewhere.
In the next pack, they're going to release a landfill world, and you'll be able to see everything chucked away.
Oh my
amazing.
God.
Up the rooms. Keep filtering by room. This time going to kitchen.
Sims
Once
get
I'm
landfill.
here, I go to
Discover
the modern
landfill.
set, decide that's a bit too modern for my current house setup, and go to the retro kitchen set. Immediately, I know that this is the right set for this
Wait, that can go
house,
on the
so
wall? What the heck?
That's what I was just
A lot of
thinking,
things
too.
are kind of raising up weird.
the stovetop, as well
That's
as
Like, it
It's-
makes sense. Oh, okay. That was weird.
sorry.
It makes sense for some items, but not like counters.
The stovetop
Yeah.
looks so tiny and cute. Like a little. It's just so little. It's just so little and cute. Like miniature. Am I the only one like looking at the stuff and going like it just looks like a little like
I think the actual house itself is not helping with the scale and the flooring. Because the house is really
it's
big.
probably the flooring. The flooring's
scaled
throwing me
up.
off. Maybe you're probably right about that. It's just looking very.
I think
cute.
it's hard to tell the scale because of the way it's all.
I-
I want to see a person in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
A pee poo poo.
I don't know if they're gonna show a pee poo poo in this one.
As the
Or maybe they will.
I
Yeah.
like how that's what we
Yeah.
call them.
Why
now.
would the sink
Yeah.
go up and
essentials is a refrigerator.
Everything does.
Once I
Everything
have
that she put
set,
is like
I
can
go
go
ahead,
on the
go back to
wall.
my
I think they
drop-down
need to like
and
have a
sort
flag
by
so that doesn't happen on
refrigerators.
some items.
Yeah, it needs to
Anything
like
that's
snap to the
Fridge
ground.
over in the corner, I go ahead.
like a
Oh, on the
dollhouse.
wall. Let's go. Wall mount.
Once that's in place,
Wall
I
mount
realize
fridge.
I want an island, so I go back to the retro kitchen set.
Was that the fridge
and
backwards
I
or is that
pick
just
out the
regular?
Island. I go
I
ahead
can't tell
and
everything's
in the
so
middle,
white.
making sure
Yeah.
all of the
Yeah.
paint stay green. I want this to be very accessible and very usable by whoever.
I
ends
don't
up
think
living
that's
here.
facing the right.
But looking at this, I realize
Way.
the fridge is in
Good
like
question.
the worst spot for
Okay.
actual cooking. So I go ahead, move this shelf over because it doesn't really need to be there. That was a whim. And I move the fridge.
A
The
whim.
fridge is in the back right corner. Everything
Whim's
is
good.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy because you're like even trying to place it. It's just like wanting to go
Stand
up.
off the wall.
Yeah.
Like, boop, boop,
Like, why would
boop.
you ever put a fridge up the wall halfway?
I don't know, Glon. Maybe I want to. Okay.
I mean,
question
I
it.
could find some reasons to do that, I'm sure, but
So I
Most of the
decided
time, I want the
actually
fridge on the ground.
To add some color and some appliances. I decide we need some more of that bright blue from the bathroom.
oh, I like
and the
that blue
kitchen.
fridge.
No, we
though.
don't.
Pop.
Okay.
So I go
more about
ahead
this.
and make
So
it
bring
very
it
loud and very blue.
I'm like,
Once I'm happy with
yeah.
that blue,
Nope.
I
James was like,
go
no,
over to the
absolutely not.
top of the color, and I make this
Well, that's
one
why it's good to have us both here,
as
because you know we have
well.
different opinions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm really liking this white.
I'm
blue,
liking it
red,
too.
Purple combo. So hopefully you are too. And here I am.
James,
Yeah, you
Nope.
are, Glon.
Yeah, you are. No. James goes, no, I'm not.
After these appliances, and one more little.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's cool to see how it all works.
Let's go
Yeah.
ahead and get into appliances. So I go ahead and go to. kitchen
Oh, do they have a
needs
pizza
and
oven?
go- I know
have
And we
Pizza.
just added
The
pizza
mixer
oven.
confirmed.
Oh, they have a
Look, they
mixer.
got
that I
Yeah, they have
they
a
got like
mixer.
mixers, coffee
One of my
machines.
first priorities
microwave.
is, of course, a coffee machine. I debate the slightly worse one, but I do go with it.
And I got that super expensive one. Oh, dang
I
it.
do add a set of cutting knives because I think those will go really well next to this sink.
Right by
Like,
the
Why is
sink.
everything?
I need 'em.
Yeah, why is everything right at the sink?
A necessity. So
Oh my God,
I go
that's so
ahead
close
and
to the
place that
stove.
as well.
That
This house
seems
is
like
so
an
big. Why is
electrical
the kitchen
fire.
so small?
Island, and I do want to put a blender in this last spot over here.
Oh, mixer's
And
confirmed.
that's pretty much everything. I don't
Mixer?
have a toaster.
Oh.
or
We're
streaming on
smaller
Mixer?
Items,
Oh, it's
but
back.
I can always.
No, we're
expand
streaming on
upon
Hitbox.
later. That's it for the
Hitbox?
interior of this house.
Yeah, wasn't
Let's
that what
move
Mixer was
outside for
before
one last
Mixer?
thing.
I don't remember.
Oh my god, I don't even know.
As you can see, this was a
'Cause,
bit
like, Microsoft
earlier on
bought
in
it or
the
something
build,
and they
but
made
I
it
was
Mixer.
kind of jumping around a lot already, and I didn't want to add more.
Fence.
Ooh, a fence.
But I did want to show you our fences. So here you can see we
Yeah.
have two base fences. This one right here.
I'm on the
and
fence
one
about
is
this
the
part.
one
Two
on the
fences?
left.
Haha,
Once I
go
built
on.
it out, you can see that it's a very bright
Ha
blue. And that's because each of those are components that you can
God, you were just waiting to
I'll-
say that.
Oh,
Take a laugh on that
okay.
one.
with this
Oh.
and then I can replace the fencing with any one
Right.
of these pieces
Interesting.
of fence. So hopefully you
Wait.
can mix and match and get the
Oh,
fence that
okay.
makes the most sense
Wait,
for
what?
the house
Kinda-
that you're trying to build.
Yeah, I don't
Build
know. It's
your own
kind of weird.
fence.
Kind of do like a.
Neither of
It's like
these
you do a
will stick to this
blueprint and
house.
then you place the
So
pieces.
for this fence, you can
Yeah.
I don't like that.
and as you can see in the drop down, I'm under
That one's like a
caps, and I'm
wall
adjusting
one where you
the
just do a
cap.
pattern,
Okay.
and the other one's
Right
like
now
you place
it's a brick,
pieces.
but you can go ahead and change it between any.
Well, yeah,
of
the
these
other one was just the
That's the
blue
other
was like more of a
Use any of the
hologram, like this is where the
filters
fence
on
will
left as
be,
well.
and then you could put
Yeah.
down
You
like
can also change the color of what that
Yeah.
cap would be. I end up going with this marble, and I actually changed the color because I think this marble has a really lovely grain, but I want it to look like wood. And you can do that for both the cap and the body
Nice.
of the wall. Another thing that you can do is
Okay.
go to this little gear icon and toggle
Hmm.
on the wall caps and corner caps. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope
What about
that
the
showed
roof?
off some more of our
Oh,
tools.
I mean, maybe not ready to show that. But then they would save it, and they would save it to this list. And this is what I was talking about earlier. Like,
Oh yeah, the lot list.
right now, it's just like, you know,
Empty
Yeah.
underscore lot
empty
underscore
house. I
one.
mean, like Cottage House 4, Cottage House 5, farm. Like, if you're going to make a bunch, let's say you just really love making coffee shops or whatever, or just like bigger houses, and then you're going to probably forget which house was which, maybe at some point, especially if you just
Yeah.
name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, like, it'd be nice to have
We
the
need
others.
thumbnails.
Yeah, thumbnails, something definitely when you click on them.
Mhm.
So is this the only new video?
There is a little one that's like 3 minutes. Want to check it out? Oh,
About
actually,
traits, yeah, for the pee pee poo poos.
Oh, let's dive into traits.
Hi everyone, it's Community Manager Rocio with a
She looks so angry.
She looks so mad.
Grrr.
That pee-pee poo-poo is
special
so
video
mad.
this week. This is accompanying our senior game designer Lauren's blog post on our website. You can find the link in the description. As you can recognize from the character creator.
Oh, which was the same house I
Okay,
just
it's a
used.
scale better here than that house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both is the same house though.
Find more full descriptions of what each of the types of traits are and what they're all used for in the blog. But
The
here we wanted
family
to show you
secret.
what they looked like in game.
Lazy.
In the
Shame.
game editor, you can see all
Shameless.
the different types of traits, all your likes and dislikes, and edit them here. Moving on.
Okay,
to
they
one
might
of
need
the
to have
traits that Laura
better
mentions in her
names that aren't
blog is
underscored
athletic.
randomly.
So here,
Yeah,
this
ooh.
character.
Oh my God,
is
Jesus.
Athletic.
She hit the floor.
Active,
Let's go.
Body
Pump it
hit
up.
the
more
floor.
likely to do fitness
Whoa.
activities, and the
Jesus.
athletic
That's a
little
makes her
janky.
better at improving.
It's so
See what this
quick.
looks like in the character menu, you can see that confident, a temporary condition, has popped up. This came from her workout and will last 81 minutes. Look at that
Okay.
well-earned confidence. Now let's look at an example of an attitude. In this case, hot-headed
That
makes
fridge is
your
really small,
anger quicker
right?
to increase.
Yeah.
Or is she
Your
giant?
character
Like I said, everything looks very small and cute.
Yelling at this
does.
fridge, and you'll see the impacts of it once we head to the character screen.
It does look.
As
Oh
you
my
can see,
God!
she's really angry about this.
Sasha.
Sorry, it's like a
So-
jump scare.
Hello, Gluon. Hi, it's me, Florette Chapman. Listen how I grind my teeth. You like that?
This is her teeth being grinded.
She's 52. Oh no.
Oh my god.
She's 52 years old as well. Wow. She looks
Actually,
actually
it's
really
good though. Okay, you know what? I take it all back.
The
She
52
looks
years old. That's
fantastic.
great.
I take it back. I'm sorry, Florette.
You better, James. Ah!
This encounter for the next 103 minutes.
Oh, she's
Much
angry.
like confident, you can see that this is a temporary condition, and we want to show one more
She
temporary.
dislikes cars. Cars confirmed. There it is, everybody.
Well, I'm pretty sure we already knew that.
Oh.
She dislikes everything cool.
She likes art and outs.
No, I don't. I like what I like, okay? Don't you judge me.
condition that you can get from your likes and your dislikes. You can see here below. Let's take a look at how much she likes art.
Yeah.
Here
Okay.
we
And
have
outer
the
space.
Whoa, she loves art. She's like kissing
Oh,
it.
there's your painting.
Oh, I love
The cow.
it.
Oh, it is a cow.
Now, looking at art is one of her likes, so it should still
maybe like
impact
She's
her.
really
you can
close
send
to
them
that.
all further
She likes
back.
to lick.
Yes.
She's like licking me
Oh
on.
God, she's even
Oh,
more unhappy now.
And yeah, she's
I
angry,
don't
she's
like
confident,
this
but
art.
she's still happy. for
Grind her
the-
teeth.
Now we're going to add a trait that Lauren called out in her blog, eccentric.
Oh, that's
Much like previous videos, to add or remove, you just use the plus and the minus.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go ahead and just search for
Okay,
eccentric.
these need. I assume these are placeholder names.
Now that
right?
our
Yeah.
character's
Like, it
set,
will
let me
just-
show you what it does.
Oh, they need pictures. Just like, I mean, I know things
Yeah.
have pictures, but
Yeah.
pictures go a long way.
Yeah, and there's a list of human names, existing humans. It said. And it's just like a list of names. It's like I don't know who's who. They need
Yeah,
pictures.
right here. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
When you let me just hide my camera for a second here. You can see, like, you click them, you see how much money they have, how much XP, where they live. But there needs to be a picture of them, even if it's a jump scare picture. But they need a picture of them right here, just so I can know who we're talking about. Because like, you can control and place anyone in this world, but like, who's that person here? Who's this person? I don't know. I mean, I know I will not. There are Sims, I don't know their names. I only know them based on what they look like. That's just how I know them. It's like, oh, I know that person. I don't know their name. But, I mean, Raj's mom, that's her name as far as I'm concerned. Her name is Raj's mom. If I see on the street, I go, there's Raj's mom. Tim Apple, exactly.
Eccentric is a type of quirk. So
like people pointing
shameless
out
or
this says
fickle, which
human
Lauren
XP.
Oh,
How much human
did
XP
it
do you have?
really?
Yeah,
How
wait,
much
wait, get
human
back.
XP do we have?
Like, why can't I just say XP? Why does it have to have human before it?
Yeah, that
Where
is-
does it say
Oh,
that?
because they have job XP
Oh, hang
down
on.
the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah.
human XP. Guys, how
And
much
then job
human
XP.
XP do you think you have?
Me? Oh, not that much.
I don't know. You have like 4 kids and a wife. I feel like that's a lot of XP.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
true.
XP, yeah.
Population.
I reckon
8,
you've at
what does
least
that
got 10,000 human XP.
Dang, I think so.
They need to just.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, that doesn't need to say human XP. That just needs to say XP or experience, and that's all I need to say.
Well, because there's job XP below, but that means the first one could just be XP, and then the
I
next one could be job XP.
See,
It's called
What
grown
about
up.
just life XP? Why does it need
that
to be
makes
human?
sense. Life
That's
XP
so much
makes
better.
sense. Yeah.
Human XP. I hate that so much. Guys, what
That's so
level are
funny.
you? I'm level 6 human.
How much human XP do you have? Like honestly.
I have like 6,000 human XP.
Whoa.
I took a test.
I have 10,000 human XP.
You have negative human XP. Yeah, existing humans. That's gonna change.
How
That's
do
gonna
you
change.
how do you gain human XP?
I mean, okay, if it was a Sims, it would be called existing Sims and Sims XP, and we wouldn't really think anything of that.
Well, isn't it just like it'd just be like the Sims, the Sim points,
Lifestyle
right? The
points?
aspiration
Or
reward
aspiration
points kind of
point.
thing?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. But like, if
Probably
they
the same
maybe early on when they weren't showing anybody,
I'm sorry, I asked how do you earn human XP? Somebody in chat says killing other humans.
Yeah, eating other humans, eating other pee pee poo
you
poos.
start off like with the easy humans, look here, and then you work your way up to boss battles and stuff.
Sorry, that just like that would cut me off guard.
You pie them, yeah.
Show you what it does. Eccentric is a type of quirk. So like shameless or fickle, which Lauren mentions in the blog, it basically allows you to bend the rules of the game. In the case of eccentric, you can talk to inanimate objects. Now for the more technical side of traits, we go to the mod tools. Looking at the
So this is the way you
tags
can
here,
mod.
You can see the
That's
different
what
ones
this
that
is.
Lauren outlined.
This I don't mind being complicated because this is like modding stuff. That's fine.
Right, this is not something.
I don't even know if I'd ever actually mess with this. It's like a little too.
Yeah, I
complicated.
don't think most people will, but it means like we can download a whole bunch. It should be cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Or maybe once you kind of get an idea of it, if you download something and you're like, I like this, but I don't like this one aspect,
You can edit.
you just like
Yeah.
switch it out. Yeah.
Yes, this
including
is cool. I like
different
this.
Yeah.
life stage tags so that you can determine who will be able to use this, as well as whether it'll appear in avatar creation or what
So you go
type
to
of
avatar creation that time.
trait it is.
I feel like they
The main
haven't
types of
settled on a
tags that we're
name yet.
using in our
No.
trait creation.
Definitely
You
not.
can, of course,
So
create your
Pee Pee Poo
own
Poo's
tags
still
and use
up in
them
the.
however
This
you
could be a
wish,
thing.
I
either
like
for
Pee Pee Poo
searching
Poo.
or for different
I think
dynamics
Pee Pee
that
Poo
you're
Poo
trying
is
to
a
create
good
when
contender.
Now for a quick overview of what Lauren talked
Says
about in
peepees.
terms of script editing. So here you can see that there are different scripts for different stages of this trait.
Again, this is a
This
mod
is like-
pod.
Trait,
Yeah, this is like
This
super
part of the
cool
trait
that you
is
can.
added when the
That
trait
this is
first
like
assigned
in the
to
game
the
that anyone can
So
just
you can
use.
see it affects
Yeah.
Not
the
that
rest,
anyone
as well
will
as
use it, but the
starts
people
counting
that
how
do
many
use it are
cups
going to do
of
some.
coffee.
Right, but if you
stuff.
look at this right now in
There's
chat and be
also
like,
one
oh,
range
what?
trace, which is basically
That's-
every
Wait, what?
time that
What is it on the
trait
side?
assigned.
Dead. Dead. No, go back.
Wait,
It starts
what?
counting how many
Go back,
times
go back, go
that
back.
trait-
Dead. Death day begin. Death day. Final warning.
Wait.
Dirty diaper. I
Dirty
don't think that's in
diaper.
order.
Yeah,
I guess
that
it's-
comes after.
Dirty. Well, they're traits, so I guess it's an event that happens to the pee pee poo poo.
Yeah, the dirty diaper. Pee pee poo poo.
Wait, did they say
Well, I
wait?
guess like if the way that if that's how it works, if you had like I don't know a baby and they had the trait of dirty diaper, you need another human or pee pee poo poo to clean it, right? So then it would remove the trait. I assume is how this whole system works. Because this isn't like when they say traits, this is clearly not just traits like Sims 4.
It is
It's
like
like
also
everything.
hidden traits. Yeah, because Sims have hidden traits. you
Yeah,
don't
see, like I mean, one of the traits is child. You know what I mean? Like I think so that would just be a trait attached to the.
Well, literally, the Sims. One of the traits is for what's the bad werewolf name? What's his
Greg?
name? Greg. Yeah, there's
Greg?
a Greg trait.
Yeah, it's a hidden one. So I
yeah,
think this is like
hidden
all of
one.
that kind of stuff. It's all the hidden ones, all the temporary ones, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and yeah, the lady's pointing out drunk. So straight up, these characters are gonna get drunk, which is kind of funny.
White
Let's
girl
go.
wasted.
Is that a trait? White girl, wait, specifically.
Yes,
white
it's at the
girl.
bottom. You can't see it.
Oh, okay.
is reassigned. In the
Like
case
Moody's, but Sims does have hidden stuff too. I mean, you
Yeah,
can go
there's a
into
lot.
it with mods, and I think that's what they're showing here.
The hidden traits is like Spellcaster and Mermaid and stuff. Those are traits you can just add to your sim and make it
Right.
like a werewolf.
Right, or even Dazed, or well, that's
That's a mood look.
That's true. Yeah, you're right.
caffeinated, it starts counting how many cups of coffee you have.
It's been a long stream.
And the final part of
So
the script
Zeus.
is when that trait is removed. So for caffeinated, you can see that once you remove that trait, you crash. You get a caffeine crash. Lauren goes
that's cool.
into that and these tags a little bit more in her blog. Finally, a little bit more on interaction script wrappers. As Lauren describes them, these are a burger bun.
This is
around
actually very cool that
Burger bun!
Oh!
add commands
Burger boys!
before and after functions.
Confirmed.
This basically allows you to add a
This is
bunch
actually
of the
very
same
cool if
useful
you're into this kind of thing,
Yeah.
tags.
which I'm
That
not,
way
but
you
I
don't have to
mean,
go through each one
I
and
can
read
see
them.
why it's cool.
No, but I mean, we are into it in the sense that it's going to be awesome to download really
Yeah,
custom
yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
But I've seen other programs where it's like you're linking things together, and like it's going to be a lot easier for people who don't know coding as much. Like that there is a lot more simple than actually writing out code. So
Yeah,
even if you are
I
just
agree.
going to get into mods, you're going to have a much easier time with that than just like, I'm going to write some script or asking ChatGPT to do it for you, because they just do that now anyway. Yeah,
Looks like the
obviously.
new Unreal. Well, this is actually in Unity too, actually, this whole game. So
Ooh.
I'm sure they're happy about that.
Unity changed that thing around, so it's fine again.
Yeah,
they?
but you can't really trust Unity anymore. You know what I
No,
mean? Like,
it's-
they've broken
it's-
the trust now.
They've broken the trust. Yeah,
It's too late.
You're
No one's
building
going
a
to choose to use
castle.
Unity now.
You're building a castle on sand now, so